Today we start to see a real turning point for our homestead in eastern Zimbabwe. Life out here is all about resilience, making a plan, and not being afraid of hard work. And as we push ever closer to our first project being completed here, you could say that we're starting to get into the swing of things. After a very wet rainy season, we're finally able to source the last 3,000 bricks we need to finish our tiny house. And we put our hands to recycling and upcycling, using whatever we can to make this place our home. Well, good morning, lovely people, and a very, very warm welcome back. The sun is shining today, as it usually does. It's pretty glorious out here.
Today, big things are going to happen, like they do every day.
We are getting ever closer to being able to work in there, but to the fun bit before that, which is decorating and finishing and making it our own.
We've got the thatcher coming back for a second time to tie some straps to the walls. John's going to be getting a delivery of wood so we can get the shuttering done around the top of the build.
And I'm going to be putting my hand for the very first time to a bit of DIY furniture restoration, if you will.
Coffee's here helping me out. We're going to be doing some solid manual labouring. And behind the camera is Tara, who, well, we're going to try and persuade to do some solid manual labouring too. But she's got her shorts and her fancy shirt on, so we'll see.
I was just planning to be cameraman today.
Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, we've got Obi here, and the boys will be back fairly shortly too.
Obi, you look hard at work. Hey. Build site dog, always happiest in a pile of sand. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Obi turned 2 yesterday, you guys. He's a Valentine's Day baby, named Obi because it means heart. The heart of the homestead, the place a family comes together. And in so many ways, he is exactly that for us. Happy birthday, Obi, our border collie cross Australian surfer, super chilled, build site dog. We love you. A little bit later, we're going to be hopping in the car and going to Harare.
Yeah, we will. Capital city of Zimbabwe, everybody. The shining fancy lights. What do they say? Downtown.
Downtown. And something big might happen there.
Is it?
We're going to get our hair cut, aren't we?
Oh, I was thinking we're going to get lucky. All right,
dear.
let's do it.
Morning, Coffee.
Morning.
Good, how are you?
Oh, great.
Feeling strong?
Yeah, already.
Good.
Feeling strong.
Well, you better go quick then and look what's here. A very exciting delivery. More farm bricks. Yay! We can finish our building. Right, you guys know the drill if you've seen the stones being delivered. All of that gets offloaded by hand. And it's remarkably efficient. Here you go, love, the last of the farm bricks we need.
Yeah, until the next project. 3,000 bricks on there.
Wow, 3,000 bricks, guys. Yeah, boys, come watch 3,000 bricks come off a lorry.
By hand.
So I just thought, let's quickly go and check in. They've put the final window in place and it's absolutely perfect. And after that, in that garage, you might be able to see what's going to come next. So here is that all-important, hard to come by, pile of farm bricks. I absolutely love the colour. They just speak to me of red African earth. You know, they're made by local people. They provide industry for people who otherwise can't find employment around here. And they're a really, really important part of kind of the minor economy of this part of Zim. So it feels very good to be building with them. And here we have our commute to work, if you will, and our little house. So we've got one window at the front here, as you know, which is going to be overlooking the lawn, and then I'll take you around and we'll see the other window. The guys have already been at it for a couple of hours this morning, mixing. So come on in, everybody, and have a look. Up we go with those walls, slowly reaching roof height, and as soon as those have reached roof height, Batsy will be able to come in and start putting in the roof beams and then of course thatching. But just have a look at these views, they're just so beautiful. So through there, down onto the lawn, through here, out onto the secret garden. I mean, that's your view from your desk. Holy smokes. And then we were going to put a big window here so we could look into that kind of cavern of rocks, but we changed our minds and we put it here into this curved wall. And I'm so glad we did, because now the view looks like that. And you just get to see so much more of the secret garden. So we bought those window frames from our local hardware store, and they're currently cutting the glass for us. And that should be ready probably tomorrow, actually. So we can go and collect it and just have it ready and in place, so that when everything's been done on the house, we can just get the glass in, stick it in with some putty, and then the windows will be done. We keep saying it, you know, we're just so pleased with how this is all turning out. It's such a magical little space. It's going to be epic to work in, and I can't wait to see the finished product, because there is so much ingenuity and creativity coming into this whole little build. But more importantly, there's a ton of local Zimbabwean building techniques and knowledge, and that is something that should be celebrated and should be shared, and we feel very honoured to do so. So it's been a very fun first project for us, for sure.
All right, well, we visited this particular derelict barn a little while ago when I was talking about these beams right here in front of us. The idea was to take these beams and span them across from the wall that I've already built on the deck that we're putting together, then put concrete slab on top of that. But we've had a bit of a change of heart since then. And the reason for that is I think it's going to be a more solid, more impressive, better structure if we use all of this hardcore, all of this, and we just dump it in the void that we've created between the wall and the tiny house build, and then have it build it up bit by bit and then concrete on top of it. So that's basically the plan. There's a lot here to do, so let's just get on with it. Are you ready, darling?
Yes, it's born ready.
Let's do it. Have we got 2 wheelbarrows? No, just one, eh? There's a wheelbarrow up against the wall over there.
You might struggle with that one. The builders have one. The builders have a wheelbarrow.
Yes, yes, they have. So we can use that one again.
Buckets.
What's your plan, Coffee? It's pretty tricky.
Yeah, making excuses already, Coffee. I think what we should do is pile up from here and then sort of leave a little bit here so we can put concrete down just to reinforce that wall a bit as well, Coffee.
Yes, that's good.
Like that. Yeah. All right, but we're gonna, that's a few days of work away, I think.
At what point in our career of renovating, building and projects like this do you think we will capitulate?
To what?
Purchasing a tiny digger.
You guys know how our family love a digger day, and although we could have bought a little digger, that would have meant we'd have missed out on the legend that is Mario and all the joy and projects that have come from our time of working with him. Now, who thinks it's time we find a Zimbo digger driver?
Digger, you're right, Sawyer. Well done. Well, you remember when we first got to Portugal, we had a tractor company, didn't we, from India offer us a tractor.
Yeah, and then they ghosted us.
Yeah, we were
devastating.
so excited about that one. We were like, wow, no way, a tractor. And then, of course, 16 million emails in with lots of enthusiasm. They just ghosted us.
Sad times, man.
Yeah, it happens.
Sad times.
What a cool space this is going to be, eh?
Right, let's leave them to it and I'll take you guys over to what I am hoping to work on today. It's not something I've ever done before, but I figured you're not going to know if you can unless you try. And John is so good at always just putting his hand to something that he wants to put his hand to and figuring it out as he goes along. And I should really do the same as often as I can. I can be a little bit nervous of creativity and a little bit kind of hard on myself. So this is my opportunity to just try something and see what happens. So let me introduce you to my first DIY furniture project. And here she is. I bought it from somebody who was having a big downsizing sale. It only cost me $50 because it is a little bit knackered. You know, we need the hinges to be fixed. This door's not sitting properly. You know, the shelves inside need a little bit of work. The paintwork needs a bit of jazzing up. But it's very, very strong. It's very sturdy and it's in pretty good condition structurally. So it definitely deserves a second lease of life. And what I'd really love to do is just sand it all down, get it back down to its wood, take off these, it must have been used for spices or something. See if I can get these off. I may need to use an angle grinder because they have been nailed in, but we'll see. Get those off, sand it all right back down to its bare bones, and then perhaps paint it again with a furniture paint, just go a solid color. And if John can help me, perhaps even make like a front, would it be a fascia board? I'm not sure. You know, one of those kind of curvy Welsh dresser tops to go along the top there. I'm thinking of paneling behind the shelves and putting in a wooden panelled backing just to make it look a little bit more like a French Welsh dresser and get a really nice farmhouse style piece of furniture that can go into the house. We've got absolutely no furniture apart from a little lounge suite, a few tables and a few odd chairs and that sort of thing. So it would be really lovely to have something else to put into the house, and it would be even better to have something that I've renovated and created myself. So I bought a sander the other day. I'll go and grab that. My first job is just to sand and see where we get to. Wish me luck. Right, this cupboard inside our kitchen is where John keeps all of his tools. This is his current workshop. We probably need to improve that. I think I'm going to need definitely a flat screwdriver. See if I can get those lids off. There is my brand new sander. Have a look at these from the same lady. Got these lovely old tins. This one used to be my grand's actually. But I just think if I can get this looking the way I think I can, then to have those tins on it, it could get a really lovely old farmhouse feel, don't you think? Right, let's go and get on with it, shall we? Okay, very quick break from the DIY sagas, because as you guys know, things are pretty flat out here at the moment. We're trying to set up home, all guns blazing at the tiny house, and I've got my own little projects on the side which I'm trying to keep up with, and sometimes it's just nice to sneak away and take a bit of time out and have a little bit of a break. Once all the tools are packed away and everybody's left the site, the last thing that we want is something that takes a lot of brain power. My brain doesn't want instructions and mega problem solving, it just wants something satisfying. And my new favorite game, Tiki Solitaire Tri-Peaks, scratches that itch in about 30 seconds. It's a really fun take on classic solitaire where you clear a few cards, unlock the next layer and hit a streak. And when that big win pops up, it's weirdly therapeutic. What I love is that it's really easy to pick up, but still super satisfying. You play through thousands of levels and unlock new islands to explore. It honestly just feels like a little reward at the end of these very busy days. So if you are also looking for something that feels like progress without a power drill or an angle grinder, there's a link in the description below our video with 10,000 coins to get you started, or you can just scan this QR code that's on your screen. And if you've played before, you can still redeem those bonus coins. But we, right now, should really get back to it. Right, let's start with trying to get these off. Oh, actually, I wonder. Some of them have got... There we go. Some are nails and some are screws. I think some are going to be easier than others. Oh, I wish they were all going to be this easy. Oh, shame. Do you know what? Let me show you. So, I just managed to get this one off because that still has its thread. But have a look at the other two on here. They're completely flattened with absolutely no thread on them. So, let me see if I can wedge them off. I don't feel very hopeful, but this is all quite old and rusty. So looking at the top of them, they've all got nails that go right the way through. I wonder if we could just cut the tops of them, then they'll just come off, won't they? or lift them. Let me go see if John's got a claw hammer. We can also walk past him at the desk and see if he'll come and give us some expert advice. We don't ever come down this side of the house because we're not living down this end, but this is that empty end, which I think we're probably just going to demolish completely. So it's a bit of a non-event, this bit. How's it going?
Yeah, I've just finished 1 minute worth of edit.
Well done, that's quite quick for you.
It's very quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this bit. I have got an idea. Oh, that was a bit off. Could you hear the music?
Love it, darling. You're an actual expert.
Did you see how it blended?
Do you know what this is doing, though?
What?
It's telling everyone that you do all the edits when everyone in the comments thinks it's me.
Yeah. Well, mostly it's you.
My love,
Yeah.
I need some advice.
Okay.
Are you at an interruptible phase?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Looking at my cupboard.
Okay.
I just need you to help me understand how to get the nails out. I've got an idea. I just want to check with you before I start
Those
messing
are your
about with an
glasses.
angle grinder. Yes, those are my glasses. Come on then. So, you see these old lids?
Yeah.
I've taken a few screws out, but the others, they're nails. They've got no threads on them.
The tacks.
Tacks, whatever they're called. So on the top, love, if you feel the top of them,
Yeah.
they've got like, they've been folded over, you know?
What have been folded over? The
These-
carpet tacks done.
Okay. Well, look at the top. There's like hooks.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I was thinking, could I just cut those end bits with an angle grinder
Yeah.
and then pull them down? Hang on, coffee's calling. We've been called away from my cupboard project just momentarily to go down to our front gate. Now, we haven't really filmed or shared much of this. We have been doing quite a lot of work at the front of the property. We have rendered our great big Durawall around the front of the house, and we also have fixed up our entrance gate. We had to take the whole thing down. We had to put new sheets of metal on it. We needed to weld it to make it stronger. We're also painting it. One thing a lot of you guys have asked about is security in this part of Zim, and thankfully we're really lucky. Zimbabwe in general is a very safe country with pretty low crime rates, but break-ins can happen from time to time. They're incredibly rare, but it is a good idea to have good security around your property. So our property is secured with fence and with walls. We're trying to use nature as much as possible, things like bougainvillea and pretty cactuses to kind of act as a bit more of a deterrent, and obviously motorized secure gate systems, security cameras, that sort of thing. Just give you extra peace of mind. Today our gate motor is getting installed, which makes me feel very, very fancy and excited because we won't have to get out of the car to open the gate. We'll just be able to press a button and it will open. It also means that it's harder for anybody who we wouldn't want to be able to open it to open it. So that's a good thing too.
Yeah, so it has been a long project, and we've got to paint the front. We're going to have a small intercom here so that people can push a button, and in the house we'll be able to say, hello, who is it, that kind of stuff. We'll put some Reolink cameras up here as well. One of the things that I'm really excited about is creating a security barrier that isn't either an electric fence or a barbed wire fence. I don't like those things. They don't really work anyway. If you want to get over an electric fence, throw a plastic bag over the top of it, job done. If you want to get over a barbed wire fence, take a pair of pliers and cut it, job done. So let's make something a little bit more robust and a little bit more in keeping with the way that we like to do things around here. I'm thinking roses, bougainvillea, very thorny plants that look beautiful. So we've planted a couple of those around here that we've moved from other parts of the property. And then what are these called, darling? These are brilliant, aren't they? Jesus thorns. We'll put a bunch of those in the front. So there's lots of solutions, I think, to security that can be very natural and very nice to look at, rather than, you know, angry, which barbed wire and electric fences kind of feel to me. Agreed. Okay, all right. So anyway, let's see what the fellas get on with today. I'm excited to see if they finish. Eventually, what I'd really love is, as you come through the gate, we have inside these rocks here some sort of grasses and flowers to welcome people, and then of course the driveway all the way up to the house could be pretty cool, couldn't it? Lots of planting. I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
Oh, rubbish, you're excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I see you exhausted.
Yeah. I fell over the other day, I was that tired. When you were planting your plum trees and mango trees, I had to sit down.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Shame, love.
Yeah, shame. Shame, she says. Look at this. Healthy 35-year-old tummy.
You do look good for 52.
52.
You laughed at it, it's not far off, is it?
Yes, it's miles off, yes. Okay. It's not going to fall to pieces, is it?
Hope not.
So there it's on its back.
Maybe I could just lift them, hey?
You might be able to just lift them. How would I do it? I'm not going to ever see the top. So
No.
I think the grinder is better. There's a battery powered grinder. Just bring it and just chop all the nails and then push them out.
Okay, cool.
That's what I would do.
And chop from the top, hey? So just chopping these little ends off and then just pulling them out.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly like that.
Okay, cool.
Try
Thanks,
only
Steph.
to chop the metal, not the wood.
Yeah, okay. Angle grinder. Slightly nerve-wracking. But anyway, let's see what we can do. I don't know what to do, guys. We've got to get these lids off somehow, though. So I'm struggling not to cut the wood as well, which is not the end of the world because you're not going to see the top, but like that one came off, but then just pulling the lid off, the top of the nail came off, and now you end up with a bit of nail in it. That one's not coming off at all. It was really hard to cut them. I need a different plan. What do we think, folks? What do we think? Right, so I am managing to get the lids off, which is my big priority. However, what's happening is that the heads of the nails are coming off too, which means I've got two options then. You can grind them down, but I might then be able to pull them out this way with a hammer or something. I wonder, yeah, look. Okay, I think we're onto something here, folks. What I've also realized now that John's tipped it over is that it does have a fair bit of termite damage at the bottom, and it's probably a little bit more knackered than I was thinking it was. So let's not aim for showpiece, masterpiece item of furniture. Let's aim for jazzed up, beautiful something that could possibly go in the tiny house for books and electronic equipment and stuff like that. We've got some lovely handles, you know, it doesn't need to be Pinterest worthy, it just needs to be pretty and fun. And it needs to be something that I enjoy doing, isn't it? That's the most important thing. So I'm gonna crack on and just figure it out as I go along. And I'm sure by the end of it, there'll be something beautiful, if not, at least usable and ours. Right, last one. I have actually managed to get them all off with a bit of brute strength and force. So that's at least the first step done. Good. Right, having got those two nails out, that pretty much gets me down to the point where I am able to sand. Apart from the nails that are left in the top shelf after taking off those lids, I think everything else is off and good to go. So my thinking is, what we'll do is we'll just give it a jolly good sand down. We will then put a new lick of paint on it, maybe choose a really fun colour. I've got some lovely knobs that I bought in Portugal for the doors, so we can get those on. So I think it's going to come in handy and it's going to find its place, even though it is a little bit more knackered than I was hoping. And I think with some new hinges, a little bit of love, a new lick of paint, it'll be just fine and it'll make me really happy. And it's just nice to have a project of my own. So I'm going to pause for now just because the extension cable that I need in order to run my sander is currently being used to install the gate motor. So as soon as the guys are done with the gate, I'll be able to crack on. It is almost time to go and fetch the boys from school. So I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and chill for 5 minutes before the rest of the day needs to carry on. So we left you guys yesterday having started the process of fitting that gate motor, which meant that my DIY cupboard project was paused because I need the extension cable. They finished, guys, they finished. We've got a snazzy new motorized gate motor that opens and closes our gate like magic. It's very, very cool. So Coffee's just run off to go and open the gate for John's guys, Carlos and Lovemore, who've just arrived. We are planning, after haircuts today, to go to a really big market in Harare where all of the local artisans gather to sell their wares. And I'm excited to take you guys along for a little bit of that to show you what it's like, because there are some super talented people in this country making beautiful things, and we'll be getting loads of inspiration for the interiors of this house, as well as perhaps looking for things like furniture paint and carpets and stuff like that. We're also, aren't we today, love, picking up tiles. We found a terracotta tile supplier here in Zim. They're so much cheaper than they are in Portugal, and they're made quite a long way away from where we are in the country. They're made way up north in Zimbabwe in a place called Binga, and they are also going to be arriving in Harare today, just at the point that we're going to be there, which is just some massive stroke of luck. So we'll be picking up tiles, we'll be going to market, and we're going to be having haircuts. And guys, I don't know if I'm going to be brave enough to do it, but I might be cutting my hair short. I'm sick and tired of it. It desperately needs a change. It's gone really scraggly and unhealthy, and I've had the same haircut since I was 14 years old. So watch this space. There may be big change coming. There may be really big change coming. But anyway, for now, let's just keep watching these guys filling up this giant hole with rubble. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it looks like it's always been there. It just blends so beautifully and flows from the rock. And it's actually so much bigger than we thought it was going to be, which is great. It's still a tiny house, you know, it's still small and modest and isn't overbearing in this space. But it's spacious enough for us to be able to set up a lovely, lovely little workspace here. The biggest change is just the height of that wall now. They're almost at roof height. And I think those holes are either for air vents or they're for roof beams. And the other thing that's happened is that beautiful curved wall on top of those rocks. When the build is finished, these rocks will stick into the room and we're going to put some shelves above there. And then, you know, you'll have the beautiful thatch roof on top. So it's going to be stunning. I mean, can you imagine? What can we hang there? We can put some lovely light fittings, some pictures, terracotta tiled floor. Oh my goodness, guys, that's a big old piece. And thinking about interior decorating back in here. So imagine light fittings, mirrors maybe, a beautiful painting like those birds that we've got from Nicole Sanderson in Portugal, maybe. And then spin around here. That is the perfect place for my renovated shelves and cupboard, isn't it? I mean, it's like it's made for it. So there we'll have our shelves and cupboard, a desk here and a desk here so that we can both work. Beautiful shelves, pictures. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. What a special little place this is going to be. We keep saying it, we will keep saying it, because it really is an exciting project to watch coming to life. And it's just given us such a brilliant taste of the ingenuity and the genuineness of Zimbabwean building possibilities, and also the beauty of this place that we've got to been so lucky to be able to call home, you know? This is just the beginning. Like, it's the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to create here. But it gives us all such a good sense of the vision for this home. Pinching myself. I really am pinching myself.
There are these small piles of rubble all over the place. Just taking some big blocks up there, but they're basically everywhere. This is an area that eventually we're going to want to put as a nice big lawn. Lawns in Zimbabwe tend to grow pretty well, and this has got an area where we get plenty of rain, as you've probably seen. So feels like a fun thing for the boys to have, you know, play some cricket on it, what have you, and for me. Yeah, but before we can do that, of course, we were going to get a digger in for the day to come and remove everything and make it easy. But, well, it's good exercise, isn't it? And it's being useful by putting it all up there. So that's good news. Oh, that's hard work, eh? Nearly there though. We've got, well, I'd say probably about halfway, because this part here was the deepest part. I've got to go and have a haircut because I'm starting to look a little bit fluffy. And of course, we're going to go and see if we can get into that market and do some filming in Harare. So, cut for now. We'll carry on with this when we get back. We're going to have an adventure somewhere else. Okay, so we've come to the market in the middle of Harare. It's a different kind of market. It's not a food market particularly. It's a bit awkward filming, to be honest. And we're surrounded. Basically, there are handicraft, arts and crafts stands all over the place, and it is literally filled with colour. It's beautiful. I've got a feeling Tara could spend a great deal of money in a place like this, and so could I, to be honest, because, like I say, it's just filled with absolutely wonderful things. Have a look at this.
What an incredible little discovery this market was, you guys. Full of treasures and talent and ingenuity, and we are so excited to bring some of that home into our new little space.
Making these things.
John's just bought a beautiful rug for our tiny house. I've got baskets.
That's nice.
Hey, isn't this cool?
You want to have that face, eh? Okay, let's do it. Go and ask the lady. That one, okay, go for it. Let's go talk to the lady.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We've picked one of our favourite digger episodes for you to enjoy if you've got a bit more time to have with us, and I'll link it at the end of the video. But we'll see you all next time.